Is keeping Gareth Southgate the right choice? In my opinion, so it is confirmed now that Gareth Southgate will stay on as England manager till at least Euro 2024 in Germany. Is keeping Gareth Southgate the right choice? In my opinion, it is, because England didn't fail at the World Cup. This idea that we have this entitlement as English fans to expect England to reach the final and win the World Cup and win the Euros and win major tournaments consistently is absolute nonsense. It's such a cliche in football, but fine margins really do matter, especially in elite football terms, which is the knockout stages of a World Cup or a Euros. And because football is such a low scoring sport, you can play really well like England did, but then if the other team get a goal or 2 goals, it's so hard to come back from that and win. England were also genuinely really unlucky on the night against France. They should have got at least another penalty in the game, and if Kane scores his, the game goes to extra time, and then who knows what happens. England came up against a fantastic France team with world-class players like Mbappe and went toe-to-toe with them, arguably were the better team, and then on the night, things just did not go their way. Yes, maybe they could have played a little bit better, they could have taken more of their chances, but still, it's not like they played badly. I think Gareth Southgate set up his team really well. You can argue that this is the best group of English players ever, and when England come up against world-class teams, they struggle massively, but I also think that Gareth Southgate has allowed these players to perform really well. You look at Pickford and Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. They're not world-class players, but they play better for their country because Gareth Southgate trusts them and he plays them consistently and backs them. I do agree that he's not the best international manager, but with the progression England have made from Iceland in 2016 to now, why chuck it out? Why sack him now because England played very well against France and just didn't quite beat them? His contract runs until 2024. I think after that point, it's probably a sensible time to move on, but I still think Gareth Southgate should leave on his own terms. And he's talked about how he wants to get back into club management, and I think if the FA have a successor lined up after Euro 2024, I think that's the right time for Gareth Southgate to leave. By Euro 2024, I think a new generation, a new crop of players will come into place. You cannot deny that Gareth Southgate is the most successful manager for England since Alf Ramsey. But you can also argue that there's only so long a manager can be in place, and I think with this generation of players, Gareth Southgate to walk away after Euro 2024, for me, would be the most sensible decision. Who will replace him? I mean, so much happens in sport, and especially in football. The first question to consider is, should the manager be English? Now, on the one hand, you could argue, why should we restrict ourselves to English-only managers? Why can't an extremely successful club manager manage a national team? And I know it's a different sport, but you look at Brendan McCullum. He's come into the England Test match cricket team, and he's completely transformed the way England play, and Test match cricket plays forever. So maybe a very intelligent coach with a different perspective like Mauricio Pochettino or Thomas Tuchel could come in and completely change the way England plays in the national team. But on the other hand, the FA have tried this before with Sven-Göran Eriksson and Fabio Capello, and it was a complete shambles. The FA completely broke the wage structure, paid these two managers loads of money, and they both completely flopped. Now, it doesn't mean a new foreign manager can't come in place and be successful with England, but it also means that England have tried this in the past, and you look at all the other national teams out there right now, most of them have a manager representing their own country. An English manager is ideal, but at the same time, if the FA can't find a successor who is English, it's going to have to be someone who's foreign. And you look at the pool of English candidates, there's not many out there at the moment. Graham Potter's at Chelsea. I mean, it's Chelsea. How long is he going to stay there for? Eddie Howe's at Newcastle, which is a proper project. He's not English, I know, but Steve Cooper at Nottingham Forest. He worked in the FA for a long time. He's doing okay at Forest. Then you have Frank Lampard at Everton and Steven Gerrard, who was successful at Rangers, stopping Celtic with 10 in a row, but did fail at Villa. And like I said earlier, a lot can happen in sport in 18 months, especially in football. But at the moment, as we speak right now, there aren't too many English managers to choose from. But it is so important that the FA have a plan in place for a successor, because otherwise it just completely undoes the brilliant work that Gareth Southgate and the FA and the England players have done over the past 6 years or so. And we don't want to get into a position where Gareth Southgate leaves after Euro Germany 2024 and then in the next World Cup England flop because they haven't put a plan in place for a new manager. Let me know in the comments below. Should Gareth Southgate have stayed on as manager? Should he leave at Euro Germany 2024? And who should replace him? Should it be someone that's English, or can it be a foreign manager? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you very much.